Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Howard on Sports. My name is Howard, and this is a time machine, and you are welcome to hop aboard and take a trip with me back to January 2nd, 1978. That's when this magazine is from. Now, I recently purchased it on eBay. Now, why did I get this specific magazine? Because this is when I first got into the NFL, and specifically the NFL playoffs. Now, I have great memories of this time because it meant so much to me. It was so exciting as a little kid to watch these games. Now, I enjoy the games, but it's not as big a deal. I barely remember the scores from just a few days ago from the games. But these games, I remember all the scores. And let's go through them. Okay, these are some really cool pictures, right? The first one was the Rams versus the Vikings. The Vikings won that game 14-7 in Los Angeles. It was a driving rainstorm. You could see the mud all over this guy's uniform. Now, I don't know if I watched the whole game, but I definitely remember watching some of it and thinking as a little kid, like, wow, this is really bad weather to play football in. But it was sort of fun. So that was the most memorable thing about this game was the bad weather. But the Vikings ended up winning the game on the road. Then you had the Cowboys playing the Bears. The Cowboys went on to win the Super Bowl that year. The Cowboys destroyed the Bears 37-7. Cowboys were very good that year. I don't remember if I watched this game or not. And then this game was the Broncos versus the Steelers. The Broncos won that game 34-21. Again, I don't remember if I watched that game, but look at those uniforms. I like those Broncos uniforms. That's the old school uniforms. That's the ones I like. And this is, again, back in 1978, so that's pretty old school, let me tell you. All right, the last one is the Raiders versus the Colts. Now, this was the best game this weekend because it went into overtime. And the Raiders beat the Colts 37-31. And this particular play, this catch, was called the Ghost to the Post. It was a famous play in football history. They called it the Ghost to the Post because this guy's name was Dave Casper, the tight end for the Raiders. And there used to be a cartoon called Casper the Friendly Ghost. So they called this play the Ghost to the Post. And the Raiders ended up winning that game in overtime. And like I said, ultimately the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. They ended up playing the Broncos, so Cowboys versus Broncos. And the Cowboys blew them out. And the Cowboys were clearly the best team that year. But these are, like I said, it's just really good memories for me. Because when you're a kid, everything is just so much more important. You take things for granted when you get older. I still enjoy football, of course, but it's just not the same. That particular playoff was, it really left a mark on me because I still remember it to this day. I remember all the scores. So anyway, thank you for accompanying me on this wonderful trip on my time machine.